Have you ever caught yourself whispering a little encouragement to your favorite plant? Or maybe humming a tune as you water your balcony garden? If you have, you're not alone. And today, you might just walk away feeling a lot less silly about it. Welcome back, friends, to Circle of Life with Inaya. I'm Inaya, and this channel is all about discovering the hidden wonders in our everyday lives, from self-improvement to the small rituals that bring us closer to nature and ourselves. Today, I'm about to reveal something that might surprise you. Science actually has some pretty interesting things to say about why talking to your plants might help them grow. Now, before you think this is just another old wives' tale, let's get real for a moment. Plants are everywhere in our lives. They're not just decorations. They're living, breathing beings that clean our air, brighten our moods, and remind us to slow down. If you've ever felt a little happier after spending time in a garden, or noticed how a wilted plant perks up after a bit of attention, you already know there's a special connection between humans and plants. But could your voice really make a difference? And if so, how? Let's dig into the science. Plants don't have ears, but they are sensitive to vibrations. When we speak, sing, or even play music, we create tiny sound waves that travel through the air and reach the leaves and stems of our plants. Several experiments have shown that these sound waves can actually stimulate plant growth. In one well-known study, researchers found that tomato plants exposed to human voices grew taller than those left in silence. Interestingly, the plants seemed to respond even more to higher-pitched voices. The difference wasn't massive, but it was enough to get scientists thinking, what's really happening here? One theory is that sound waves act like a gentle massage for the plant cells, encouraging them to move and grow. Imagine how you feel after a good stretch or a relaxing massage. Your body wakes up a little, right? In a similar way, the vibrations from our voices might help plants wake up at a cellular level. Another idea is that when we talk to our plants, we're also giving them more carbon dioxide, which they need for photosynthesis. Every time you exhale near your plant, you're actually feeding it a little extra energy. But here's where things get even more interesting. Some scientists believe that the real benefit of talking to plants isn't just about sound or carbon dioxide. It's about attention. When you talk to a plant, you're paying close attention to it. You notice if its leaves are drooping, if the soil is dry, or if it needs a new spot with better sunlight. This extra care can make a huge difference in how well your plant grows. It's a bit like having a pet. When you spend time with them, they thrive, even if they don't understand every word you say. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. My friend Maya used to have a peace lily that just wouldn't bloom. She tried everything, changing the soil, moving it to different windows, even buying special plant food. Nothing worked. Finally, she started greeting her plant every morning, checking its leaves and sharing little updates about her day. She didn't expect much, but within a few weeks, the plant looked healthier and even produced a beautiful white flower. Was it the sound of her voice, the extra carbon dioxide, or just the attention? Maybe all three played a part, but the change was real. Now, some of you might be thinking, Inaya, I feel ridiculous talking to a plant. What if someone hears me? Trust me, you're not alone. It can feel a little awkward at first, especially if you live with others or have neighbors nearby. But here's the thing. You don't need to have long conversations or sing your favorite songs unless you want to. Even a simple hello, a gentle hum, or just spending mindful moments near your plant can make a difference. If talking out loud feels strange, try whispering or even thinking kind thoughts as you care for your plant. The key is the attention and care you give, not the volume or length of your speech. Let's talk about some practical ways you can put this into action. The first step is to choose a plant you really like. Maybe it's a cheerful sunflower, a calming aloe vera, or a quirky cactus. Make it a habit to greet your plant every day. As you do, take a moment to really look at it. Are the leaves shiny or dull? Is the soil moist or dry? Does it need a little cleaning or a new pot? This daily check-in helps you catch problems early and builds a routine that both you and your plant can enjoy. Another helpful tip is to combine talking with other forms of care. For example, as you water your plant, explain what you're doing. Here's some water for you, little one. Let's help you grow strong. This might sound silly, but it keeps you mindful and present, turning a simple chore into a moment of connection. You can also play gentle music or nature sounds near your plants. Some studies show that plants respond positively to certain types of music, especially classical or soft instrumental tunes. Try experimenting and see what works best for your green friends. Of course, there will be days when you forget or just don't feel like talking to your plants, and that's okay. The goal isn't to be perfect, but to build a habit of caring and paying attention. Over time, you'll notice not only changes in your plants, but also in yourself. Many people find that spending time with plants helps them feel calmer, more focused, and even a little happier. It's a small act of kindness that benefits both you and your leafy companions. If you're still unsure, remember that science is still exploring all the mysteries of how plants interact with their environment. While we might not have all the answers yet, there's enough evidence to suggest that your attention, whether through words, touch, or care, truly matters. And even if your plant doesn't grow an extra inch overnight, you'll be building a beautiful habit of mindfulness and connection. So, what do you think? Have you ever talked to your plants, and did you notice any changes? Or are you planning to give it a try after watching this video? I'd love to hear your stories, so please share them in the comments below. And if you found this episode interesting, don't forget to subscribe to Circle of Life with Inaya for more surprising insights and practical tips that can make your daily life a little brighter. Remember, sometimes the smallest actions, like a simple hello to your favorite plant, can create the biggest changes. Take care, and I'll see you next time.